Hi everyone, welcome to your value. So today we're going to look at Lordstown Motors. This is a company trading at $10 per share and a $1.66 billion valuation. Now, if you don't know this company, it is in the process of releasing an electric pickup truck. And if you know the company, you know the allegations that have been going on. So this company had 100,000 pre-order and they were calling them possibly serious. And then later slightly backtracking that they weren't as serious. But again, with pre-order numbers, like who can really say they're serious or not serious, you know? But I think that kind of led to a whole situation of losing a bit of integrity in the company and a lot of, accusations around this company not being able to produce their vehicle on time. But I think we have to just look at the evidence that's been given to us, and then we can kind of just see how things go. But we can only, work on what we know so far and what the company's actually told us. But recently, the share price has been doing well, as well as it can in the current situation, I guess. It did decline from that $10 in end of April to less than $7 at $6.80. or 85. And then recently in the last 2 days, it's just done wonders to get back up to $10. So yeah, you're looking at a share price, it's done really well. If you bought in the last 2 days, you're really happy. But of course, if you're holding for the last few months, then maybe not that happy, because this share price used to be in the mid-20s, and it's just like down trended for so long. Most shareholders are probably not having a great time, particularly if you're brought out the highs. But again, when you're brought in into a long-term project that promised to produce vehicles in September, and if they can reach that milestone in September, the company is going to be worth a lot more than $1.66 billion. The biggest question is, can they get to their milestone in September? And so far, it's not looking too bad, because so far they produced the betas. They released images of their betas with unique kind of designs, and you can kind of see like these are for their customers, and so they look pretty cool, right? So you can kind of see some of their customer names on here in terms of like Sub-Zero. I don't think you can see other names, but they've kind of custom design for their customers. And I think that's a really cool look to just be able to see the vehicle itself. And they've got their prototypes going and testing right now, and I think it's just going one step to reaffirming that, hey, this company can actually produce a vehicle. The biggest question next is, can these beta vehicles move into a flawless design and get into production? Because there's no point like getting into production if the car is not going to hold up. So that's one thing that kind of just puts a bit of positivity in the whole situation. And also, Lordstown Motors invited the investors, analysts, and customers and partners to view their factory next month. So that's also an amazing thing that they're doing as well, to just build that integrity back. So in June 21st to 25th, all these people can actually go in there, see the whole factory, and then just get a whole idea of how the plant is actually revamping to get ready for early production in late September. So it's, September is not too far away. It's just 4 months, and 4 months will come and go very quickly. So if they can get there, then I can tell you that this company is going to be worth a lot more than $1.66 billion. Now, the biggest question is, can they get there, and will there be more delays? Because this isn't the first time they've had to delay things. So let's hope they can actually keep to the deadline. And if they can get to the deadline and they can produce, then it's very positive on the share price. And also, Biden's also come up with a $174 billion EV plan to just help the whole EV industry in the US. And this part really, might be relevant to Lordstown Motors, that they've got grants for retooling of shuttered factories. And so if you don't know, that Lordstown Motors factory currently was brought from GM, and they've just been revamping the whole factory to make it EV ready, because they used to manufacture other cars but not EVs, so hence why there's quite a lot of changes that have to be made, and potentially this funding can actually help them as well. So I think that's one thing. EVs are getting some good support and funding from the government, and that's kind of also what's helping the share price. So there's so many good things in a sense that is helping the share price, but also, like, we take it back a couple of months ago, there were so many bad things kind of just crushing the share price. So it's nice that there's many good things right now to lift the share price. But of course, for a lot of shareholders, we probably kind of need to lift it a bit more to just get this company and its share price up further. But of course, the key date is September. So if they can reach their production by September, I think it's going to be very, very positive, and it's going to really get the share price going. The biggest question is, can they do it? We will find out in 4 months' time, really. It's not that long to wait to find out. If you're a shareholder, you still believe in the company, then yeah, like, it's definitely worth waiting and seeing. So far, like, I think the company, there's nothing that would say otherwise, that they wouldn't get to their September production date. They do have an earnings report coming out in May the 25th, so there's a bit of anticipation of what these guys will release and show off. Hopefully they have something interesting, and we also get to see the cash position, because there is a bit of thinking around the community that potentially they may need to raise some more money, but these guys have said that they don't need to raise money, previously anyway. So we'll have to see what the situation is. So the problem is, there's just so many opposing sides, so many perspectives, that it actually just alienates the whole investing community when it comes to the stock with those allegations. It doesn't build a comfortable picture, and I think the best thing so far is that Lordstown's trying its best to communicate with shareholders to show things are going in the right direction, that there is progress being made, that this vehicle is still on track to being produced in September, and that's going to just ease shareholder minds. And then we can see what comes out in the next report. But it's always nice to just, if you own shares or potentially want to own shares, that you just keep up to date with what's happening with this company, and why the share price is going up recently, because there's quite a few positive items that are just in its favor right now. So yeah, I think currently, I think things are looking decent, but the share price could be a lot higher, of course. But we could say the same about all EV companies. A lot of EV companies have had their share price suppressed, like a lot of growth companies in general. So that encompasses a lot of EV companies. So I think that's what I have to update on so far, and I will see what they release next week in their earnings report, and then hopefully we will do another update then. Until then, if you got any comments, questions, just post below. And thanks for tuning in. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.